Damn, son, where'd you find this?
We'll start out with a slow morning number called Coney Island Baby. You know, man, when I was a young man in high school, you believe in or not, I wanna play football for the coach. And all those older guys, they said he was mean and cruel, but you know, I wanna play football for the coach. They said I was too little, too lightweight to play linebacker, so I say I'm playing right end. And I wanna play football for the coach. 'Cause you know someday, man, you gotta stand up straight. Unless you're gonna fall, then you're gonna die. And the straightest dude I ever knew was standing right for me all the time. So I had to play football for the coach. And I wanna play football for the coach. When you're all alone and lonely in your midnight hour, and you find that your soul has been up for sale, and you begin to think about all the things that you done, and you begin to hate just about everything. But remember the princess who lived on the hill, loved you even though she knew you was wrong. And right now she just might come shining through with the glory of love, the glory of love, the glory of love just might come through. And all your two-bit friends have gone and ripped you off, and they're talking behind your back. They're saying, man, you ain't never gonna be no human being. And you start thinking again about all the things that you done, and who it was, and what it was, and all the different things you made every different scene. But remember, the city is a funny place. Something like a circus or a sewer. Just remember, different people have peculiar tastes in the glory of love, the glory of love. glory of love just might come through. The glory of love, the glory of love, the glory of love just might come through.
Joseph Arthur live here on the morning show. Beautiful version of that song.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first I saw and heard those covers too was on the Letterman show, and quite a backing band you had.
I got really lucky with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing with Mike Mills on tour. We just got off a tour in Europe, and he did a tour before that, and he came. I think he was coming to play a show with me in Brooklyn. And then I was like, hey, and the Letterman people actually wanted me to play piano on that.
Yeah?
And so then I asked Mike, I was like, do you think Peter would want to do guitar? And he was like, I don't think so, man. He ain't going to fly in. He ain't going to fly in for it. I'll tell you that. That's what he said. He's like, if he's in town, he might do it.
Yeah.
So then Mike said, let me text him. And Mike texted him. And he was like, yeah, I'm coming in town actually like tomorrow for something. So, yeah, I'd love to do it. When do we rehearse? And I was like, sometimes life...
I was going to say...
Oftentimes life will, mess with you.
I don't know what normal is, but that certainly doesn't seem normal. Yeah,
No.
I'm going to be on Letterman covering my late friend Lou Reed, and I have half of REM coming up to back me.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. And the other thing that happened was we were actually scheduled to be on the night before, and we got bumped by Lady Gaga.
Well, that happened. That seems more normal.
Sometimes you would maybe want to get bumped by Lady Gaga. In this case, I did not want to be bumped by Lady Gaga.
All right.
No, but it actually worked out because then they put us on the following night, which was Johnny Depp as a guest. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't care how cool you are out there in Seattle. That's cool to have, But the other thing is that's the night he announced his retirement. So it became like, it just seemed like,
It was all meant to be.
Yeah.
It's a little New York thing, too.
It felt like that. Like, it was like, wow, that seems cosmic.
Yeah. Yeah, with your career and your life, you have to feel a little bit like that every day, I would think.
Yeah. Well, Greg Dooley, who we were just talking about, who the Afghan Wigs, he used to be Seattle resident.
He was just here live not too long ago.
He said, he texted me like, were you on when Letterman announced his retirement? And I was like, yep. And his return was like, you're Zelig. Which I thought was awesome.
That's not normal either.
Yeah.
Well, that segues, if you don't mind, talking a little bit about when you first met Lou Reed, Peter Gabriel was at the show. I know that story from the past.
From my
and
25 other visits.
Yes, we've talked about it probably 15 times. But what I didn't know, what never came up was, so Peter Gabriel's seen you, right? And for the first time live?
Yeah. And he brought his DAT recorder.
Yeah.
No, Lou brought
Reed.
brought his DAT recorder.
So Peter Gabriel brings... What's the craziest part of that?
For the kids out there that are born in 1995, a DAT is called digital audio tape. And for a while, it was the height of audio excellence.
Yes. So the craziest part of the story isn't that Peter Gabriel's going to come see you, that he brought Lou Reed, that Dolly Parton...
Yeah, then Dolly Parton.
But the DAT recorder was really for you.
Oh, that was amazing, that part. I mean, that's...
How awesome is that, though?
I went and got on my hands and my knees in the bathroom and prayed. I locked myself in, and I just prayed. You know.
That is a bit of pressure on you to play live. You were much younger.
Yeah, no, and I was a fusion bass player like 2 years before that. I really thought I was going to be Jaco Pastorius or Stanley Clarke, and that's what my goal was. And I literally just started singing like a year before that. So I was just like, to me, a complete faker in the world of guy who sings on stage.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm like, you know, in front of those guys, and you know. It was overwhelming.
Well, apparently the show went well.
It went well enough, yeah. I mean, that represented me getting out of a minimum wage lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, because as I said, with my, Tourette's meltdowns in college, I got kicked out.
Yeah.
That's a joke. But I never did go to college.
Yeah.
And so, I was sort of facing a life of. I was working at a guitar shop at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you remember that show, your performance? Do you remember a song or a moment, or is it all just forgotten?
It was forgotten.
Yeah.
I mean, it was forgotten like really as soon as it happened. And then I was sitting there shaking hands with Lou, and he said, I like that song King of Hide and Seek, which wasn't called that, but King of Hide and Seek was a way better title than whatever crap I was calling it. And it was just, I was like watching, it's one of those moments where you're watching yourself from above, like you're out of your body, and you're like, can't believe it's happening,
He's even renamed your song.
It was like that. Yeah, he renamed it. Like,
that's awesome.
But with like an assurance that that's obviously what it's called.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's great, and we're going to talk a little bit more about his life and your connection to him, and if you're ready for another song.
Yeah. It's fun to play these Lou songs because they're just great songs, and it's nice to have Rennie Lane on piano.
Yeah, that's very rude of me, too. Please, you're not alone here in this room. Oh. Thank you for coming this morning.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having me.
Yeah.
This one's called Sword of Damocles. I see the sword of Damocles is right above your head. They're trying a new treatment to get you out of bed. But radiation kills both bad and good, it cannot differentiate. So to cure you, they must kill you. The sword of Damocles hangs above your head. I've seen lots of people die from car crashes or drugs. Last night on 33rd Street I saw a kid get hit by a bus. But this drawn out torture of which part of you lives is very hard to take. To cure you, they must kill you. The sword of Damocles hangs above your head. Na 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 na. That mix of morphine and dexedrine, we use it on the street. It kills the pain but keeps you up, your very soul to keep. But this guessing game has its own rules, the good don't always win. And might makes right, the sword of Damocles is hanging above your head. It seems everything's done that must be done from over here, though things don't seem fair. But there are things that we can't know, maybe there's something over there. Some other world that we don't know about. I know you hate that mystic shit. It's just another way of seeing the sword of Damocles above your head. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Wow. Joseph Arthur live here on the morning show. I have to tell you, man, it's not often you hear one of your favorite songs you would never think you're going to hear live right in front of your face. So that is one of my all-time favorite songs.
Wow, that's cool.
And it's, you say things, the universe at work, and just prior to this, there was a lot of listeners dealing with loss and requesting songs, and I have a family member going through that right now. So again, sort of Damocles you play. Magic and Loss. That how much do you know about that record? Like how?
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting because that was the record that we talked most about at that dinner with Dolly Parton.
Really?
Yeah, which is because it was 96 or 95 when that happened. So that record I think that was his most recent record at the time.
I think so.
And that was a big favorite of mine right away.
Yeah.
And so I brought it up to him, and he was like, "Yeah, the critics said it was this really negative record, but I think of it as really light." And I remember him saying that. And the funny thing is out of all this whole doing Lou's song, I put 2 songs from Magic and Lost because it seemed appropriate, because I felt like the record was me talking to him through his songs, or trying to.
Right.
So it felt like it worked for in terms of just the emotional feeling I was kind of aiming for or something. But of all of the songs, those 2 on the record are the ones people comment about the most. Because there's Magic and Lost and Sword of Damocles.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorites from the record too. And it's a record and I recommend for anyone to go to when you're dealing with loss. I mean, it was his account and he had just 2 different people, I believe, that sort of inspired that record in his life, I think.
Yeah, Doc Pomus.
Yeah.
Doc Pomus, I think, was most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, was going through that.
And then to hear that, I know when he passed and we played Lou Reed.
Doc Pomus, who wrote Viva Las Vegas, and, for the listeners that don't know that.
Well, and his not a pleasant death.
Right.
It was... And well documented in that album. And when Lou died, of course, you go to that record, and boy, did that sound totally different, though.
Right.
It was like a first-person account of his own death, in a way,
yeah.
Which just was eerie.
It seems like this is the time we live in where everybody's going through this stuff with the big C.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, everybody's got issues with it.
Yeah, or you know somebody at all times, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
When you go through his songs and I'm sure you've been asked this, but do you go by a lot of memory? Do you go by, when I'm making this song, I have to make it different, or is it just, I'm going to make it like I'm going to make it?
Well, I was asked to make this record. I mean, I thought it was kind of a weird idea, especially to then follow up and go promote it in a way.
That's
and just talk about it, and just without, it's just bizarre. I mean, I'm more comfortable with it than I thought I would be, in thinking about how I would do this.
Yeah.
But Bill Bentley over at Vanguard asked me to make it, and I just wasn't sure I was going to do it. And one thing he said, but I kind of liked the idea enough, and then I went on tour, and then I got off tour, and I live in a recording studio, so I just started doing it really simply. First one I did was Coney Island Baby, and with those sparse arrangements, it just seemed automatically to be different and interesting. Mm-hmm. And I just kept going. I mean, I really didn't have anything else to do that during that time, and I was mourning Lou anyway. I mean, so it just seemed, and it really was a way for me to be in company with him again, in a way, I was friends with him, but also it was an unresolved friendship for me, so it's hard to deal with that when somebody leaves and you're not necessarily great with or it's been a while since we connected,
right?
So
and a lot of people may not know that you guys were friends and you hung out, and I read something about you guys. I think my favorite was you talked about riding bikes with him through New York.
Yeah,
because at least I'm glad you recognized that's
how funny that was.
Kind of how funny it is that you're riding a bike through New York with Lou Reed.
No, it's it is. It's been a wild life. I mean, I feel like I definitely need to write a book or something. Not just about Lou, but just about all kinds of the experiences I've been lucky enough to have through this weird topsy-turvy ride through the music world.
Well, and getting back to just your relationship when Lou passed too. I mean, is that personally, you don't mind me asking, is that personally, did you learn a lesson from that? Did you say to yourself, I've got to leave things on good terms with people?
I do that way more now. Yeah, and I'm just, I'm aware of the fact that life is really short, and that, if you have some weirdness with somebody, just get rid of it. Not that there was even weirdness between us. There really wasn't. Our last exchange was nice and friendly, so I don't mean to like dramatize that. It wasn't. It just, but yeah, it did teach me a lesson.
Good. What do you think he'd think of these songs? Or your
I have no idea.
Do you have any idea?
I mean, I have to think he would like it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an interesting, enigmatic, he's one of the most intelligent songwriters ever, so, he might hate it, but I hope he wouldn't. I think it brings something different out in the songs.
Yeah.
I mean, just by virtue of the fact that it's somebody else doing them. So I think, I mean, I know I can only judge it from myself. If somebody else, I've heard Leonard Cohen talk about his critical facilities go into paralysis whenever anybody's covering one of his songs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I feel when anybody covers one of my songs. I'm just happy and grateful about it, whatever. So.
You had a song way covered for the Hurricane, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Chris Martin and...
Yeah, Chris Martin and...
Sure.
And Michael Stipe, man, Peter Gabriel has done that one too.
So that's weird, right? Like having your song covered.
A few talented geniuses.
Well, you got back at him with your covers record, so that's good. It's a great record, and I want to mention everybody.
Thank you.
Lou's playing.
Joseph's
playing Lou
Freudian
songs tonight. We wish Lou was playing, but we're happy Joseph can at Columbia City Theater tonight. And you have another one from the record?
Sure. This one's called Dirty Boulevard. Pedro lives out of the Wilshire Hotel. He looks out a window without glass. The walls are made of cardboard, newspapers on his feet. His father beats him because he's too tired to beg. He's got 9 brothers and sisters. They're brought up on their knees. It's hard to run when a coat hanger beats you on the thighs. Pedro dreams of being older and killing the old man, but that's a slim chance. He's going to the boulevard. He's gonna end up on the dirty boulevard, going out to the dirty boulevard. He's going down to the dirty boulevard. This room costs $2,000 a month. You can believe it, man, it's true. Somewhere landlord's laughing till he wets his pants. No one here dreams of being a doctor, a lawyer, or anything. They dream of dealing on the dirty boulevard. Give me you're hungry, you're tired, you're poor, I'll piss on them. That's what the statue of bigotry says. You poor huddled masses, let's club them to death and get it over with and just dump them on the boulevard. They're gonna end up on the dirty boulevard, going out to the dirty boulevard, going down to the dirty boulevard. Outside it's a bright night, there's an opera at Lincoln Center. Movie stars arrive by limousines. The Klieg lights shoot up over the skyline of Manhattan, but the lights are out on the mean streets. A small kid stands by the Lincoln Tunnel. He's selling plastic roses for $1. The traffic's backed up to 39th Street. The TV whores are calling the cops out for a suck. And back at the Wilshire, Pedro sits there dreaming. He's found a book on magic in the garbage can. He looks at the pictures and stares at the cracked ceiling. At the count of 3 he says, I hope I can disappear. Fly, fly away from this dirty boulevard. I wanna fly from the dirty boulevard. I wanna fly away from the dirty boulevard. I wanna fly away. I wanna fly away. I wanna fly away. Fly, fly, fly away. I wanna fly away from the dirty boulevard. Fly away from the Dirty Boulevard, I wanna fly away. Dirty Boulevard.
It's KEXP, Joseph Arthur, Dirty Boulevard. When did that come out?
That's on the New York album.
Yeah, New York came out
In the like 89, I think.
I remember that on MTV. I remember a video and seeing Lou. I was very young, but I remember loving that song, and it seemed like I wasn't supposed to be watching it. Like it was, it was like
Right.
it's kind of a dirty song.
Something
I don't know, I'm
dangerous
not supposed to be
going
watching
on.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who was this? And then I realized who it was. I was rather young, but I
Well,
loved
it's
that song.
true. It's true now as ever. I mean, more
Yeah.
true now. That song. I mean, just with Anyway, I don't want to get all political, but just the economic situation in America. It's just such a great song. I mean, and very few songwriters really just write. So many of us get stuck in love and stuff. I mean, in writing about love and all. But I just love the fact that Lou was always writing about topics that other people weren't approaching as much. And it's kind of inspiring me. To like reach deeper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did it have an impact on how you're writing songs now?
Yeah, I'm thinking I need to get better.
Well, good. It's about time. I've been meaning to talk to you.
Yeah,
God, Joseph, you'd be all right. You just got to get a little better.
a little better,
And maybe you'll make it one day. It's...
If I want to keep getting invited back to KEXP, if I want that record of most ever
It's come up.
appearances.
It came up when I saw that your
then
first one
I'm
was...
going to need to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
It's like 2002, I think.
You don't need to say it because I'm saying it.
Okay. I think it's a dozen. I am going to say it. And you
Dirty dozen.
You do not have the title yet, though. We
No.
believe Robin Hitchcock may
Robin Hitchcock. Damn.
have the title because he just won't leave is the thing.
Right.
And kind of lives here. And we know John Doe has been up here a lot. And but you, Bobby Bear, we're about the same
We're
age, I
neck and neck.
think.
Yeah,
So
Bobby Bear's my age, I think.
Yeah.
He came on my podcast, Nothing to Talk About.
Yeah?
I started a podcast, by the way.
Oh, please promote.
Shameless plug.
No.
It's called Nothing to Talk About. Bobby Bear Jr. was on it, and Greg Dooley was on it.
Wow.
Last guest was Danny Clinch.
Wow.
All the kids are talking about it.
I'm gonna have to
Word
listen.
on the street is it's the greatest podcast ever.
That's
the word on. I'm not saying that, but that's what I've been hearing.
I heard it and I didn't even know it was yours.
Yeah.
'Cause that's why this is so shocking to me.
Yeah, Nothing to Talk About.
Nothing to
Go
talk
to
about.
josepharthur.com. Follow me at Twitter at JosephArthur. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if you like it or not, your family here at KXP.
Okay, thank
So
you.
you're kind of required to come by here whenever you're in town. So
I appreciate it.
it'd be sad if you came by and we were like, Joseph didn't even call, he didn't write. Did we do something? That would be really
Right.
awkward. Yeah.
No, how that would turn is, we're playing Seattle. Hey, what's up with, I got a new album out.
Yeah.
This is me talking to my manager. Yeah, what's up with KXP? Dude, they're booked. They don't really have, they said next time. They said they're trying to move things around.
Yeah.
That's how that sounds.
That's code for it.
Oh, I deal with that.
Do I even need to say what that's code for? Is that just so obvious? Yeah.
It's a bad feeling.
We really would love to have you.
That's when I go back to like screaming obscenities at night before I go to sleep and then weeping. So
Well,
if you feel like being responsible for that, then go
Okay.
ahead and don't book me next time I'm in Seattle.
I assume that
and
happens.
you'll know what that leads to.
Thank you for the insight. Now I know the impact we have when we don't have people on. I feel
It's
very
brutal.
sad. Yeah.
Yes. You're breaking hearts.
I know.
KEXP. I hope you're satisfied.
Does it matter that we have over 500 sessions a year?
You're breaking hearts. Do you know how many bands?
5 million bands?
5 million. You're breaking 450 million hearts. And,
Dude,
and
every time you come up here means another band isn't. So your 12 appearances mean 12 bands were screwed.
I don't care about
Because that's how it
those
works.
broken hearts.
We just say,
I just care about this heart.
who's here
right
today? You just happen to be here. And then we bump the other band.
That's where you should have put big reverb. Ready?
We have that.
Broken hearts and shattered dreams. Live at KEXP.
Wow. Kevin Suggs with the assist there.
Nice.
It's amazing how quick you had that. Oh,
Let's start a morning radio talk.
I'm crying. That was so good. We'll get Cheryl in here.
Yeah.
She'll be our
Who looks
trusty co-host.
fantastic, by the way.
She does.
Better than ever.
Yes. And I have nothing left. Are you ready for another song? That might be a good.
Yeah, let's close it out, right?
Yeah, I want to remind everybody, tonight, Columbia City Theater, you head down to Portland for Friday night. You're heading down to San Francisco, L.A., and after that... Do you know?
Mars. Yeah, I'm in LA for a little while, and then I'm back in New York, and then I have like a month off. It's a
for you.
glorious thing.
You can work on your podcast.
I'll be working on nothingtotalkabout.com. Okay, this one is here's Cheryl. Hello.
What's going on?
Hi,
What's
Cheryl.
up?
You guys sound great.
Thanks,
Thank
Cheryl.
you.
Appreciate it.
Awesome session.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you for checking
This
in.
one's for Cheryl. It's called Heroin. I don't know if that. Here we go. I don't know just where I'm going, but I'm gonna try for the kingdom if I can, 'cause it makes me feel like I'm a man when I put a spike into my vein, and I tell you things aren't quite the same when I'm rushing on my run, and I feel just like Jesus' son, and I guess that I just don't know, and I guess that I just don't know. I have made a big decision. I'm gonna try to nullify my life, 'cause when the blood begins to flow, when it shoots up the dropper's neck, when I'm closing in on death, you can't help me now, not you guys, and all you sweet girls with all your sweet talk. You can all go take a walk. Oh, and I guess that I just don't know. Oh, and I guess that I just don't know. I wish I was born 1,000 years ago. I wish that I'd sail the darkened seas on a great big clipper ship, going from this land here to that, in a sailor suit and cap, away from the big city where man can't be free, and all these evils of this town, and of himself and all those around. Oh, and I guess that I just don't know. Oh, and I guess that I just don't know. Heroin, be the death of me. Heroin, it's my wife and it's my life, because I'm mainer to my vein, leads to a center in my head, and then I'm better off than dead, because when the smack begins to flow, I really don't care anymore about all the gyms in this town, and all the politicians making crazy sound, and everybody putting everybody else down, and all the dead bodies piled up in mounds, 'cause when the smack begins to flow, I really don't care anymore. Oh, when the heroin is in my blood, and that blood is in my head, then I thank God that I'm as good as dead. Then I thank God that I don't know. Here I'll be the death of me. Here I'll be the death of me.
Joseph Arthur here on listener-powered KEXP. Heroin. Beautifully done.
Thank you.
That is not, I can't be an easy one to cover.
Yeah, it's all about speeding up and slowing down, I find.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
I mean, it's just D and G, you know,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Well, it's a great version.
Thank you so much. It's a lot of fun to play. I mean,
imagine.
even though it's a dark subject, it's...
When you dig into the lyrics,
Yeah.
as someone who is covering it too, you really have to, literally dig into the lyrics and sing them. Does it just change the song for you, or do you get more insight into it? I don't even know.
Yeah, more insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I found by covering these songs. It was like, it was like paying tribute to my friend and mourning and trying to commune with him, but it was also like taking a master class in songwriting,
Right.
you know? It was like, it sort of redeemed all those colleges that I got kicked out of all those years. I was in a cosmic college, if you will.
You've grown up. At least that. And I'm sure you'd be proud.
I hope so.
Yeah, the new album Lou is just great. And tonight at Columbia City Theater, tomorrow in Portland, and some smaller clubs too, some more intimate kind of locations too, which I'm sure is on purpose. And just like, I mean, I've just noticed some of the places. You have City Winery is really a great place to play, and
yeah, it works for the because we're doing
Yeah.
acoustic, piano and guitar, and it's like pared down. But there might be a special guest coming tonight.
really.
Jeff Ament. I can't say who it is. Jeff Ament might come.
Not in
but
Pearl
Jeff
Jam.
Ament from Pearl Jam.
Not in here
probably
last
is
time with you.
Definitely coming. But whatever. I'm not really going to say who it is. Jeff Ament from Pearl Jam coming tonight. So come.
Now, if you had asked him and he said, I really can't make, I got this thing and I'm not able, that'd be the
He
same
did
thing.
that to me last night.
Did he?
You
were at Sonic Boom
He
last night.
invited me for dinner.
Yeah.
Then he said, "Oh man, he's gonna kill me for saying this." Well, I got to tell the story. Then he said he had a massage. That's not bad.
nice. That's good.
That's the
Yeah.
thing I think he'll kill me for announcing.
Sure. Yeah. Well,
But then he said the massage got canceled and we had dinner anyway, and it was a lovely dinner at Revel.
I'm not sure.
Anyway,
It was delicious.
it was delicious.
Well, good.
Anyway, Jeff's the greatest guy
We
going.
like Jeff.
He's for real amazing.
He and his wife, supporters of KXP.
Pandora, yeah,
She's great.
She's amazing too.
So thank you again for coming up.
Thank you
that's
so
I
much.
think number 12. So you're
Okay,
good.
Dirty Dozen.
Your punch card. The next one you get free.
All right, next one is
Yeah, it's
14
free.
because we just skipped 13, right?
Yeah,
like
you don't
hotel floors.
Bad luck.
Let's skip it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it'll be spot number 14, but we know what spot it really is. That's the Mitch Hedberg joke. You know that one about the hotel rooms, or the hotel floors. He's like, "Come on, people on floor 14, you know what floor you're really on." Anyway,
I'm signing up.
On that
I'm
note.
signing up for your podcast after my show today.
you better.
Okay, so that's one more.
right.
Thank you so much, Kevin, as well. As always, he's got a busy day ahead as well. Many sessions coming up today. And Hamilton Lighthouser tomorrow on the show as well. And I think I have some more show left. I don't even know what time it is. So I'm going to run down the booth. Oh, yeah, 9:46.
Right.
I have 14 minutes left.
Of this show?
Yeah, I got to go. I got to play some songs. I think we're going to leave with a Velvet Underground song, though.
Oh, okay.
I think Sweet Jane is what we're going to play. I always like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna
Why
play.
didn't I cover that one?
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
It's sort of my message to you, like, maybe
Like,
next time.
what's up,
You'll
dude?
cover the right song. This is 90.3 KEXP.
Discover new music at listenerpoweredkexp.org.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?